Hey gamers, it's Luke from GameZone, and it's time for another Final Fantasy XIII themed video. This time on the chopping block is a detailed guide to defeating the final boss, Orphan, in all three of his nasty forms. Without wasting any time, let's dive right into it. Lesson number 1, Bartandulus. This guy has pestered us off the entire game, and now it's time to send him to meet his maker. No, seriously, we get to kill him off again. Before the fight, I would recommend using this team though: Light, Snow, and Hope. Now you could use whatever characters you want, but these are the characters that I found are the most easiest to take this slime ball down. Also, the paradigm shifts to use are Aggression, Strategic Warfare, Solidarity, Prudent Planning, Try Disaster, Discretion, or Combat Clinic, or whatever healing thing you use for two medics. I've found using this setup is your safest bet at surviving though. At the beginning of the fight, cast Prudent Planning on your team. Also, if you're at a high enough level, one of your team members will actually start casting Haste, which makes this fight go so much faster because it can drag on and on. The first form, you can use Aggression, Try Disaster, and Combat Clinic or Diversity, whichever you have on hand. Depending on how low a level you are at this fight though, Bart will cast Doom on you. If this happens, summon Odin with 200 seconds left on the clock, and when you die, and you will, Odin will bring you back to life, at the cost of his summon meter of course. However, if you guys are a level 4 in at least 3 categories, then you should be able to defeat him in under 20 minutes. Any longer and he will cast Doom on you, and well, of course, then you're screwed. If you're noticing in the clips, I go through the shifts fast, so it's not really matching what I'm saying, but that's okay, you get the general idea of what I'm telling you guys. Okay, when Bart is ready to use either the Ultima attack or his Laughter Blast, make sure 2 characters are using Medic, otherwise his next attack will kill you every time. Looking back on this fight, Discretion probably wasn't the wisest choice on my part. Combat Clinic is much better because Snow will guard and taunt the boss, which will actually have the boss attack him instead of your healers. Whereas Discretion, he just charges in fist to swinging. So we have found it best to have everyone attack at once to make him stagger as opposed to one person. Anyway, immediately after healing your party, switch to Prudent Planning when your protection is fading. If you don't, those annoying laser blasts can take a chunk of your HP, and you don't want that. But if you're protected, it doesn't do hardly any damage to you. Bartani is weakened by Aggression or Try Disaster. Just make sure you pay attention to when he does one of his monster attacks. The key to this fight is to keep switching paradigms like mad and buckle in for a very long, tedious fight. Eventually, you guys should be victorious, and believe it or not, this form is actually one of the easier ones. I'm not lying, this guy is cake compared to form number 2. Lesson number 2, Orphan. I really hate this guy, girl, thing, whatever it is, I just don't like it. I would strongly recommend maxing out your characters to level 5, because even doing the guide step by step, Orphan can cast instant death on you. The longer it takes to kill him, the more likely he will kill you in one hit. See what I mean? I thought I was doing well against him. I guess not. By this point, I went and grinded Impulse for several hours. See our tips and tricks video for more info on that. But trust me, it's a good idea to grind here because this game is relentless. The key to surviving Orphan 2 is kill him as quickly as possible. Being a weak level, he will eventually kill you, even if you're winning. Time is literally of the essence. Just like his first form, it would be very wise to use Prudent Planning so you can have protection and haste. What protection does is put a barrier around your characters, and it will prevent enemies from causing attack functions to be blocked out. It also guards against some of the smaller attacks. Now, haste is a godsend in this game and makes some of the tougher bosses bearable. What haste does is decreases the time of how long it takes for your party to do their next attack. The last boss is no exception. Like most final bosses, Orphan has a move that will bring you down to at least 100 HP. It doesn't matter if you have protection or not. As soon as he does Merciless Judgment, you're gonna take some serious damage. So immediately switch to Combat Clinic or whatever your medics are under and heal as fast as you can. After that, go into attacking with Try, Disaster, or Relentless Assault, Aggression, whatever you have on hand. Eventually, the giant sword will cast things to remove your protection. Unfortunately, this can't be helped or protected. So attack him like normal, but switch back and forth between attacking and healing. However, after a while, Orphan will stop casting stuff to mess up your party's abilities and go back to slapping you or zapping you. At this point, shift to Prudent Planning and get your protection back up and continue to attack him as normal. If you are strong enough a level, you should be able to beat Orphan in his second form in under 5 minutes or less. Any longer and you risk that Wrath move, so time is the biggest enemy with the final forms, not your current level. So don't beat yourself up over it. Just grind a lot in Pulse and this should go like clockwork, I promise. Alrighty, lesson number 3. Orphan's second form is a child, or rather the Wheel of Fate, I suppose. Frankly, I don't agree with people saying this form is the hardest. Again, I spent hours grinding in Pulse to max everybody to level 5, but that's just me, so this fight was the easiest of the 3. That blasted sword, even at level 5, put up quite a decent fight. It was really annoying and hated every minute of it. Similar to the summon battles, Doom is cast upon the main character at the start of this fight. So when time runs out, you guessed it, you're dead. As you've gathered by the final bosses we've faced thus far, your biggest adversary is not the boss itself, but the clock. The longer the fight, the more likely time will run out, and it's a pain and nothing like previous Final Fantasy games. Like all fights we've looked at, haste is your best friend in this game. Use Prudent Planning at the beginning to give you an edge in the fight. In order to hurt Orphan's last form though, you must drive him out of his blasted wheel. Attack him like crazy, even though it says he's blocking everything. Don't let that fool you. Keep going until you cause him to stagger. So once Orphan is out in the open, I've found that Try Disaster works wonders on him. And just keep attacking him like this, and as you can see, I used haste a lot because it just works so well for this fight, and I can just keep attacking this guy. You should be able to get him down to half his life the first time through, if you're a level 5. Eventually the stagger meter will run out and Orphan will flee back into his protective wheel. Don't worry, this shouldn't be a problem for you. Orphan is going to be very desperate now and use magic to disable your main character's abilities. Oh no! But don't panic guys, the other members of your party should be very strong enough to keep attacking him. Even though you can't fight, that doesn't mean you're completely helpless. You can use items to get your ability status back up, you can heal yourself with some potions, and you also still have full control over what paradigm shifts you're using. As you can see, time expired on the ability block and my party was able to cause Orphan to stagger yet again. Now it's time to end this game of cat and mouse. Switch back to Try Disaster and finish him off. Sweet! Congrats, you guys have beaten Final Fantasy XIII. And thus concludes our final boss guide. Don't worry, this isn't the end of our video series by a long shot. Next up is the boss guide where we take a closer look at some of the more challenging bosses in Final Fantasy XIII. Just remember that we will not be looking at all the bosses in this game. Honestly, there's just way too many of them to count. Based on the outcries we've heard in the community, our guide will take the sting out of some of the baddies that are giving you guys the major runaround. Because let's face it gamers, nobody likes getting owned by the game. It's supposed to be the other way around. So thanks so much for watching this video. My catchphrase as always is God bless and happy gaming. Until we meet again gamers.